NFL on EA Sports.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And he completes it to Hunt. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Mayfield off the play fake. And that is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Brown's territory. The numbers there for Brown from a week ago. 19 carries, 75 yards.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. That's going to be complete to his
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down." They love being physical.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, "What's the toughest route to defend?" And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And Washington has taken a 1st quarter lead.
Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, "Listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score." But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to be brought down inside the 4. 5 at the 43.
The ball carrier.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down.
The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins.
4 yards. It's third down. 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Pass interference. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession, and he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
First carry for Nick Chubb. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10.
Just shy of midfield at the 48. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. From the gun, it's Haskins. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. And he finds McLaurin. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Throwing again, here's Haskins. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Brown. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and
on 3rd and goal, Haskins to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
The Browns on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Mayfield to throw it. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they feel really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't done before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
The play brings up third down.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And 10 at the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Haskins. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
10 at the 36.
It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, Haskins. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 more there and another 1st down.
That's another Washington.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw again. Haskins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to stop it short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0.
Browns.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone. The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 10.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
At their own 34-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Haskins. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
That's another Washington 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Haskins. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the 1st half.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this 1st half of action. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first. From the gun, Haskins. Open man here, Sims complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a carry for Brown. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
He was tackled.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin.
To Terry McLaurin.
One of the selling points of the in route is against the quarterback, a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st down, Cleveland.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Fights through him. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one 28 yards on the ground. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watch the game tape from the...
But I think the ball's out.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
Mayfield's pass complete.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a man open down the middle of the field. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Here's Haskins. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first.
2nd and 4. At the Browns' 30-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They're going on 4th down. Haskins. And he'll find Hall. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. 6 yards on the pickup, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
The end of the 3rd quarter with the Washington 20, Browns nothing.
On 1st down, Brown, and not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Haskins pass.
And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Number
They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it with Brown. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now on the season.
And Washington going to add on to their lead.
So they went for it from the 1 on 4th and goal, and they got it done.
Is this the new NFL?
This is the new NFL.
This is the updated NFL, and I like it. I know that quarterbacks across the league have spent the entire offseason and even during the season lobbying their coaches to go for it more on 4th down. Let's go get it, because nowadays...
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. On 1st and 10, Mayfield firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
49-yard line.
From the gun, Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
That, his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
Cleveland.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Over the middle to Beckham. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 21-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
To number 14.
From 21 yards away. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0.
Makes this Washington.
You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them. Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space.
I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down. But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
The Browns drive about to get started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Working out of the gun, Mayfield throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The Browns on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 5.
5 yards.
They go play action. Mayfield. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Mayfield able to find Hunt out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1st down, Mayfield. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 33. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
And again, it's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't matter. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all